All right, guys, let's start discussing the case scenarios, guys, of cost. है बेटा मेरे पास ये टाइम मैं कल ही ले लिया वो बोला अच्छा नहीं दिख रहा यार बोल के थैंक यू. Yes, guys, let's start discussing the case scenarios, guys, of costing, guys. So the booklet that is given to you, which is about 61, 62 sides as such, guys. So that has all the case scenario questions as such, guys, till date, except again, beta, only the questions that came in May 2025 exam paper. Mock test papers, RTPs, everything as such, beta, is already included, including the questions that are listed on the BOS portal as such, guys. So shall we start, guys? It will be a good revision as such, guys, of all the concepts. Again, the ones who are watching this later, it would be preferable if you know the basic concepts first, and then better you go through all of these questions. Disclaimer, directly if you start with this without knowing the subject better, there's no point. Let's start, guys. FW Limited manufactures various types of footwear and covers a considerable market share. The footwear made by company are stylish and durable. The management calls for an urgent meeting because it has come to their notice that two of their old permanent customers have moved on to its competitors. Marketing manager has stated that there are circumstances when company cannot fulfill the demand of their customers due to shortage of supply, and this is the main reason to move on. Production manager has stated that the production team is working efficiently, but the workers have to wait long enough for raw material, which leads to idle time and low production. सब भाषण दे दिया बेटा. Let's come to the main point now. The cost accounts department of FW Limited has furnished the following data for the component B. Purchase price is 4,800 rupees per unit. You're getting a trade discount of 2%. So obviously beta that will be adjusted from the purchase price. 4,800 minus 2% is such beta that will become 4,704. Total duties is no credit availed. If there is no credit, guys, what are you going to do with the duties? Add it to the cost. Duties, guys, are always computed as a percentage of net purchase price. But here the question is very clear. Please take it on purchase price. I cannot help it. So this will be 8% of 4,800 rather than computing 8% of 4,704 rupees. Are we clear about this? Insurance charges, guys, are 62,000 per year. Units purchased during the year. Now, insurance, guys, will this be storage insurance or will this be transit insurance? At the time, मैं तुमको already बोल चुका हूँ बेटा. If they give a question and cost sheet, by default insurance is of inventories. If they give the question of insurance, guys, in materials, beta, it will be transit insurance. So our transit insurance, guys, is 62,000. If it is transit insurance, guys, will you be adding it to the cost of materials or will you be dumping it to P&L account? Adding it to the cost of materials. Units purchased during the year are 60,000. We already have an opening stock of 5,000 units, which effectively costed us 5,150 rupees per unit. Closing stock is 4,500 units. They've given us what is the minimum and maximum consumption and lead time, guys. Lead time for emergency purchases is also given. Additional information. Normal wastage during the year is 80 units. There's no realizable value. Abnormal wastage is 40 days. Factory is working for 365 days in a year. You are required to calculate the per unit cost of material by using average price method. Per unit cost of material using average price method. What is he talking about? Weighted average cost. Weighted average cost किसका? This is not process costing, guys. This is materials chapter. Let's not forget that. Material का. In material also, guys, did we compute FIFO, LIFO and weighted average in the end? So यहाँ पे, guys, weighted average बोल रहा है, but there are only two things that we have. तो obviously उसका ही weighted average लोगे. One is opening stock. The other one beta is current year purchases or current month purchases. In the current year, guys, we are purchasing how many units? 60,000 units. We already have an opening stock of. इसका average compute करना है. You will have to compute an average of this beta and then arrive at the average per unit cost as such, guys. Are you getting the point, beta? For this, guys, first we should know what is the total cost of procurement for the current year. If you know the total cost of procurement during the current year, guys, I can take an average of that and opening stock. Are we clear? Can you tell me what's the total procurement cost, guys, in respect of the current year? Total procurement cost, guys, in respect of the current year. 30 crores. पूरा ले लिए, सब कुछ ले लिया already. So guys, first बेटा current year purchases में I will write like this, guys. What is your purchase price, बेटा? 4,800 per unit minus trade discount, guys. 2%. 90. Add duties, guys. Why are we adding duties? Non-creditable duties. 8% of 4,800, guys. 300 and what will be your net purchase price including everything, better? 5,088. So your total purchases, better, including insurance. Why are we adding insurance? By default, better, when they use the word insurance, it will be transit insurance. क्या बात है, कार्तिक आज फुल पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा है. 5088, guys, into 60,000 units plus insurance कितना है बेटा? 60,000. 62,000. Can you multiply and tell me, बेटा? 30 crores 42,000. ये एग्जाम क्वेश्चन है बेटा. नेक्स्ट गाइस, ओपनिंग स्टॉक का वैल्यू कितना है? पूरा मल्टीप्लाई करके बोलो बेटा. 5,000 यूनिट्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 5150. 2 crores 50,000. हाँ. नाउ गाइस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट बेटा इज नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स जो लोगे गाइस, यू विल टेक क्लोजिंग स्टॉक तो माइनस करोगे नहीं बेटा. ओपनिंग स्टॉक प्लस परचेजेस माइनस normal loss. Shouldn't the cost of normal loss be adjusted to the remaining good units? That is why I will have to adjust normal loss, but adjusted to the remaining good units. This is the most important part here. I am not computing number of units consumed, guys. I am only arriving at kiske basis pe I should be computing cost per unit. My opening stock is 5,000 units. My purchases are 60,000 units. My normal wastage is 80 units. 65,000 minus 80. 64,000. Once I get this, guys, my average cost per unit would be 30 crores 53 lakhs 42,000 plus 2 crores 57 lakhs 50,000 divided by 64,920 units. Without yawning, you can tell me the answer, guys. Exactly the answer that we want. Are we clear about this, guys? Sir, can you please share costing? It is already there in the group, but it was shared long back. Karunya, was it not shared? I'm sharing it again, beta. Just check. I thought I shared it long back. All of you better copy the answer to the first bit. 5,100 बेटा. क्या प्रीति, ठंडी लग रही है? अब बोलना यार, तू क्यों डर रही है? Online students, I think you're not able to hear me better. There's no response. Is there a problem with the stream? All right, guys. एक बार ये हो गया बेटा, बाकी पूरे बिट्स are pretty simple. The other bits, guys, are only on the basis of those minimum inventory levels and everything, and that you got cost per unit. You can also arrive at a cost of abnormal loss. हो गया फर्स्ट बिट हो गया 5100 आ गया Yes, but are we all done with this, guys? Did you get 5100? Next bit, guys, it says you're supposed to arrive at minimum stock level, guys. How do we compute minimum stock level? Beta, what's the formula for minimum stock level? For minimum stock level, guys, you will have to take reorder level beta and from that deduct average lead time into average consumption. Reorder level कैसे compute करते हो, guys? Very good. So first, let us compute reorder level, guys, which will be maximum lead time into maximum consumption. And from that reorder level, beta, you will deduct average lead time into average consumption. How much is हो गया ये average stock minimum level? So your reorder level beta will be equal to 9 weeks multiplied by 1200 units. And that beta will be equal to 10,800 units. Minimum level as such beta will be equal to reorder level, guys, minus average lead time multiplied by average consumption. Your reorder level beta is 10,800, guys. Average lead time कितना है beta? 7 multiplied by 1125. How much will that be, guys? 2925 units. So your answer, guys, to the second bit beta minimum level is 2925 units. Danger level is pretty simple, guys. You'll directly take beta lead time for emergency purchases multiplied by average consumption. नीचे lead time for emergency purchases दिया हुआ बेटा, it is 2 weeks. That you will multiply by average consumption is 1125 units. Danger level, ये सब याद है ना, guys? So you'll write danger level beta as average consumption multiplied by lead time for emergency purchases. And that average consumption beta is 1125 units multiplied by 2 weeks beta, that will be 2250 units. This is your danger level, guys. Danger level beta will be lead time for emergency purchases multiplied by 2 weeks. Next, guys, fourth bit. Calculate the average number of days for which the average inventory was held, guys. How will you compute? For that, guys, you need turnover ratio, guys. Turnover ratio can either be computed in cost, guys, or it can also be computed, guys, in terms of units. If you're computing it, guys, in terms of units, better you know that the turnover ratio, guys, will be annual consumption, guys, divided by. How do you compute raw material turnover ratio, guys? We are dealing with raw materials, guys. So you'll write annual consumption of raw material beta divided by average stock of raw material. Are we clear about this? So for the fourth bit, guys, first you will have to compute raw material turnover ratio, which will be raw materials consumed divided by average stock of raw material. Raw material consumed beta will be equal to opening stock plus purchases minus जो भी loss हुआ है beta and the amount of closing stock. Opening stock, guys, is 5,000 units. Purchases were 60,000. Losses beta total were 120. 80 plus 40. Closing stock, guys, is 4,500. 60,000. This will be your raw materials consumed. Average stock of raw material beta would be opening stock plus closing stock by 2, guys. 4,500 plus 5,000 divided by 2. That will be 4,750. Now you can use this, guys, to arrive at your raw material turnover ratio. $60,380 divided by 4,750. Ayush? 12 point. एक 4 decimal point बोलना बेटा ताकि वो number of days accurate है. 77116 times. Your raw material holding period beta will be, they've asked us to consider how many days in a year beta? 365. You'll write 365 days beta divided by this turnover ratio. 12.7116. 28.7, guys, that is approximately 29 days. Your raw material holding period, guys, is going to be 29 days. समझ में आया बेटा ये? Last bit, guys, is pretty simple. They're asking us to compute the amount of abnormal loss beta that will be transferred to costing P&L account. How will you compute that abnormal loss being transferred to costing P&L account, guys? You will directly have to write, guys, cost per unit multiplied by abnormal loss. Why did they use the word costing P&L? Costing में usually word costing P&L use करेंगे बेटा. नहीं. Yes, beta. Did you all get holding period, guys? Abnormal loss का beta, it is pretty simple, guys. Abnormal loss का value, guys, will be equal to 40 units, which is abnormal loss, multiplied by 5,100 rupees per unit, which is the answer to the first bit, beta. This will be 2,04,000 rupees. This is the amount, beta, that you will end up transferring to profit and loss account. Did you all get the answer to this, guys? Yes, beta. Are you all done with this, guys? Any doubt in this question? Question number 2, guys. We've already done the same question, guys. Exact same question in class. If you recall the question, beta. Of course, यहाँ पे values अलग है, beta. बाकी पूरा same है. ये test में दिया था same question. हाँ? Including the values and everything. Same values थे ना. I'll just read out the question, guys. Axe trade an unregistered supplier under GST purchased material. यहाँ पे क्या है बेटा? He is an unregistered supplier. If you are an unregistered supplier, guys, you will never be able to take any credit of the taxes paid, guys. So you purchase material, guys, from Y Limited, which is registered supplier under GST. During the month of June 2024, Axe Traders has purchased a lot of 5,000 units. Not lots of 5,000 units, guys. One lot of 5,000 units on credit from Y Limited. The following information is available to the purchase. The listed price was 2,50,000, on which we got a trade discount of 10%. I'm just writing it here better. On this 2,50,000 guys, you're getting a trade discount of 25,000. So the net price better will be 2 lakh. Credit available hoga, but we will not be able to avail credit. That is more important. Just because they're using the word credit available guys, that does not mean better we get credit. Why? We are an unregistered dealer. That is why you're supposed to add CGST and SGST. That amount beta will be on net purchase price, which is 2,25,000. On 2,25,000 you will take 18%. 40,000. Next beta. Cash discount, will that be adjusted from the cost of materials guys, or will that be separately transferred to P&L account? Separately transferred to P&L account. What will you do with toll tax paid? Is it an expenditure directly attributable to acquisition? Freight and insurance? Yes. Demurrage paid to transporter. Transfer to why guys? It's an abnormal loss guys. It's in the nature of penalty guys. Demurrage का मतलब होता है penalty levied by the transporter guys for delay in either loading or unloading the goods. Commission and brokerage to purchasers, will that be added? Containers returnable hai beta, but there is still an expenditure guys. What's the net expenditure? You add everything till this point beta and total up. How much will be the amount? 3,07,000. This is 98% of total cost, because there are other expenses guys which is equal to 2% of total cost. If this is 98% of total cost guys, how much will be your total cost? 3,14,000 beta is your total cost. Are we clear guys? आया बेटा सबको समझ में? The question says guys that there is a 20% shortage in material on receipt. That means though you are buying 5,000 units, you will have only 4,000 units available for use. Considering the nature of raw material, matlab, will this be normal loss or abnormal loss? This is literally the third time we are doing the same question guys. Once in class, once in test, and now the third time. Are we clear? Now if Axe Traders pays the amount within 30 days, what will be the amount of cash discount? Cash discount beta is how much? 10%. You will get that on the net purchase price. कोई GST पे discount नहीं देगा तुम लोग को. Are we clear? Foundation के journal entries में उल्टा रहता था, but on the overall amount you used to get cash discount. But this is the truth. You will get cash discount only on the basic purchase price. सामने वाला थोड़ी बेटा GST अपने जेब से pay करेगा किसी को. So 2,25,000 पे बेटा you're going to get a discount of 10%, and it will not be deducted from the material cost. That means it will be separately credited to P&L account. What will be the amount of other expenses guys? अब भी लिखे बेटा अपन 3,14,000 minus 3,07,720. What will you do with that guys? Add it to the cost of materials. What is the amount of GST guys? 40,500, and it will be added to material cost. What is the total material cost? 3,14,000. How will you get cost per unit? 3,14,000 will be divided by 4,000 units, and that is pretty simple, right guys? Next question beta. Case scenario 3, even more simple guys. A Limited produces a final product X which requires two components A and B. The following is the information related to both the components: normal usage, minimum usage, maximum usage. They did not give guys, sorry, they've mentioned each. Matlab kya guys? Whether it is A or whether it is B. For both of them the usages are same. 50 units, 25 units and 75 units. Reorder quantity is given, reorder period is given guys for both of them. All you have to do better is compute everything that they've asked. Maximum, minimum, reorder level, average stock level. समझ में आ रहा है? Let me just write the given information guys. तुम लोग भी फटाफट notes में लिख लो guys. One line answer है, कर लेंगे instead of skipping this. This is which case scenario beta? Third one. I'll write like this beta. A, B का lead period beta first. Lead period is your reorder period. Minimum कितना है बेटा? A का 4 weeks है. Maximum is it is 4 to 6 weeks. Therefore average beta would be 5 weeks. B का बेटा minimum is 2 weeks. Maximum is 4 weeks. Average beta is 3 weeks. Consumption guys, whether it is A or B, same consumption. Minimum beta is 25 units. Maximum is 75. Average is, what is your reorder quantity guys of A? 300, B 500. Use all of this guys to compute those values. Will you be able to do this? फटाफट करो बेटा. Yes guys. The was is to compute maximum level, minimum level, reorder level and average stock level. याद रखना बेटा when MCQs में average stock level आ रहा है, please prefer minimum plus maximum by 2 and not minimum plus half of ROQ. I repeat, prefer minimum. वो चाहिए तो वहाँ पे लिख लेना बेटा. For MCQs, average stock level preference minimum plus maximum by 2. So पहले बेटा raw material A related. Did we all compute reorder level first? How will you compute reorder level बेटा? Maximum into maximum. Yes or no guys? ऐसे ही लिख रहा हूँ बेटा मैं A और B के लिए ताकि वहीं पे हो जाए. Raw material A, raw material B guys. So this will be 6 into 75 beta 450. This will be 4 into 75 beta, that is 300. Once you get reorder level beta, minimum level कैसे करोगे guys? ROL minus average into average. वो समझ जाओगे ना बेटा, average into average. That'll be 450 guys, minus average into average beta is 5 into 50. That will be equal to 200. And this beta will be 300 minus 3 into 50 guys. 150. Maximum level beta will be equal to reorder minus minimum into minimum plus क्या guys? ROQ. So 450 minus 4 into 25, 100 plus 300. This will be equal to 650. And this beta will be 300 minus minimum into minimum guys. 2 into 25 plus an ROQ of 500. 750, correct? 750 guys. So we got ROL, we got minimum level, we got maximum level. और एक क्या compute करना था बेटा? Average level. Average level beta will be minimum plus maximum by 2. 200 plus 650 by 2 beta. 850 by 2 is 425. This is 450. हो गया बेटा. We are done with all the bits of that question, guys. Reorder level is 450 units and 300 units, guys. Minimum level beta is this 200 and 150, guys. Maximum level beta is 650 and 750. Average level beta is 425 and 450. Did you all get the answers? क्या बड़ा नैना तबीयत खराब है? Shall we proceed to the next question, guys? The next one, guys, I'm already done with it. We have the exact same values discussed in the class as a normal question. वो same bit बेटा यहाँ पे पूछ रहा है. The values are also same, guys, that we did in the class. So you can refer to the notes बेटा. वहीं पे लिख लेना, refer to class notes. Labor chapter, याद है ना वो? That is impact on profitability, guys, on account of labor turnover. Is everyone done with this question, guys? Fourth question, guys, it is value same है ना? Training of the new recruits 50,000 hours and सब कुछ. हाँ? Question number. This is question 16, guys, of our regular material beta. You can refer to that. It's a pretty simple question, nothing complicated. We will have to compute how many units are we losing on account of labor turnover, guys, and arrive at the amount of profit loss. Are we clear, guys? Question number 5, guys, now. Let's do this slightly different. Matlab easier only. Tropic Private Limited was engaged in the manufacturing of a product P. Product P, guys, required 2 units of material R. The company intends to sell 24,000 units of product P and does not wish to retain any closing stock. However, the opening stock is 4,000 units. What do you understand so far? What is your intention? How much do you have to sell? 24,000 units. अपने पास already कितना opening stock था बेटा? 4,000. We do not want to maintain any closing stock. That means how much are we going to produce in the current year? 20,000 units is what we are going to produce, guys. Each unit requires how many units of raw material? 2 units. So 20,000 multiplied by 2 beta. How much will that become? This is the consumption required. Are we clear about this consumption? Raw material R has to be procured after considering opening stock of 10,000. So though the consumption is 40,000 units, guys, we already have a stock of 10,000 units of raw material. So we need to purchase only 30,000. The technical team further confirms that the yield in the course of manufacturing of product is 80%. उड़ गया पूरा वापस अभी. Now let's go back. 20,000 units is what you have to produce. For that, guys, into 2 divided by 80%. Yield is input output ratio. If your input is 100 units, output will only be 80 units. So 50,000 is your consumption now. वो consumption में से कितना अपने पास already है? That means you will need to purchase. Answer to the first bit. Annual requirement of material R, guys, to meet the target sales of 24,000 units. Are you clear about this part, guys? लिखाऊंगा बेटा. This is like budget के questions, guys. Budget में भी तो अपन ऐसे ही करते थे. First compute number of units to be produced and then arrive at raw material consumption and purchase budget. Is that clear? Next, guys. The company presently procures its raw material on a quarterly basis from its regular supplier, enjoying a discount of 2.5%, guys, on the invoice price of the material of 20 rupees per unit. So 40,000 divided by 4. How many units, beta? 10,000. The ones who do not have the materials, guys, can collect it from the office. It's open now. अगर चाहिए तो अभी, वरना बाद में लो. So 10,000 units, guys, is what we are going to procure. यहाँ पे कहाँ से आए अनिल भैया? तू नहीं लिया था कल? बाद में करो बेटा, छोड़ दो. So guys, here beta 40,000 divided by 4 guys, 10,000 units guys is the quantity as such beta to be purchased at present at a discount of 2.5% on a price of 20 rupees per unit. Every time the company places order for material R, it incurs 125 rupees for each of the order placed. So ordering cost as such beta is 125 rupees. The company has also taken a rented warehouse for storing material R, and the annual cost of savings is 10 rupees per unit. The company appointed, that is basically telling you what is ordering cost, what is carrying cost, all of that guys will give us EOQ. The company has appointed Mr. T, a chartered accountant, to review the cost of inventory and provide measures of improvement of cost. After reviewing the material purchase and consumption pattern, Mr. T suggested that implementation of Wilson's EOQ guys, that is William J. Baumel's EOQ guys, would be beneficial to the company. He emphasized that the change in the quantity ordered would result in reduction of inventory carrying cost. There's no need to read the further information guys, that's in relation to labor. पहले यहाँ तक करके guys, we will be able to answer the first 3 bits. Shall we finish the first 3 bits? चलो guys, this is case scenario 5. First beta, number of units to be produced will be equal to sales plus closing stock minus opening stock. Sales कितने बेटा अपने 24,000, closing stock 0, opening stock 4,000. So this will become 20,000 units. Number of units to be produced beta will be 20,000 units. Raw material to be consumed guys will be equal to 20,000 multiplied by 2 units divided by 80%. ये 80% क्या बनना अपना yield ratio. So you will be needing how many units? 50,000 units. Raw materials to be purchased will be equal to consumption plus closing stock minus opening stock. There's nothing given regarding closing stock, so obviously beta that's 0. Opening stock is how many units? 10,000. So this will become 40,000. Raw material to be purchased as such beta is 40,000 units. Your EOQ should be based on annual purchases guys and not based on annual consumption. Yes beta. Are we all done with this? Once you get this guys, you can compute EOQ. How will you write EOQ beta? Root over 2AO by C. 2 times of 40,000 guys multiplied by ordering cost is 125. Carrying cost is how much guys? 10 rupees. How much will this be guys? 1,000 units. You got your EOQ guys. You got raw materials to be purchased better. Now you will have to present cost statement guys. दो चीजों में guys. One is at EOQ, the other one beta is at the current purchasing policy. Do you all get EOQ guys? We already got the answer to the second bit also guys. We got the answer to the first bit as well as the second bit. Now you'll have to present a cost statement guys. One is at the current policy guys and EOQ. What will be the quantity per order guys at the current policy? You're ordering the entire annual requirement guys only 4 times in a year, so that will be 10,000. EOQ mein beta it is only 1,000. Number of orders guys, obviously here there are 4 and here it will be 40,000 divided by 1,000, 40 orders in a year. Your purchase price per unit is not remaining constant, guys. Is it remaining constant? Normal purchase price per unit, guys, is 20 rupees. But here, guys, you're getting a discount of 2.5%. That will be 19.5 rupees. 19.5 rupees. Now, guys, what will be your annual purchases, better? It doesn't matter, guys, whether you order 10,000 units or 1,000 units. In a year, you're going to purchase 40,000 units. So 40,000 into 19.5, beta, 7 lakh 80,000. This will be 40,000, guys, into 20 rupees. That will be 8 lakhs. 40,000 into 19.5 and 40,000, guys, into 20, guys. 8 lakh rupees. Next, beta. Ordering cost. Ordering cost, beta, will be number of orders, guys. First case mein 4 orders multiplied by a cost of 125. Second case mein how many orders? 40 orders. 125. कितना हो जाएगा बेटा? 5,000. Next, finally, beta, carrying cost. Carrying cost, how do you compute, guys, in the entire year? It will be on average inventory. So half of quantity ordered into carrying cost per unit per annum. So I'll be half of 10,000 units, guys, multiplied by half of 10,000 units, guys, multiplied by 10 rupees, beta. How much will that be, guys? 50,000. Here, guys, it will be half of 1,000 units multiplied by 10 rupees. 5,000. What will be your total cost, guys? 8,30,500. And what is your savings, guys? एक बार आंसर चेक कर ले बेटा. Savings, guys, are 20,500. Are we clear about this? $20,500, guys. Once you're done with that, beta, 2 more bits. We have to arrive at the amount. अभी वो question पढ़ना बाकी हो बेटा. I'll come read the question. क्या हो राहुल? डाउट है कुछ? स्माइल नहीं कर रहा तू आज? सब ठीक? अरे खुश रहे बेटा. Savings, guys, are 20,500, guys, on account of this policy. Are we all clear about this, guys? Next, beta. हो गया ना वो? Mr. T reviewed labor costing and identified that the employees were paid overtime wages to ensure timely completion of projects. Overtime wages comprised of daily wage and 100% of daily wages overtime premium. Based on the cost record, it was understood that every month had 180 hours of regular working hours, which was remunerated at 200 rupees per hour, and overtime of 20 hours, which was remunerated at 400 rupees per hour. Mr. T suggested that the above time may be considered as standard time and a scheme of incentive. Matlab 200 hours should be considered as a standard time. And a scheme of incentive to be introduced to reduce overtime cost. He further indicated that Rowan scheme of incentive be used to measure performance and improve productivity per hour, which would be 125 units per hour. अब यहाँ आते आते बेटा वो जो 20,000 यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस करना था वो पर मंथ हो गया, वरना ये आंसर गलत रहेगा. जैसे इफ आई डिवाइड 20,000 यूनिट्स बाय 125 यूनिट्स पर आवर, गाइस, आई एम फिनिशिंग द एंटायर वर्क इन अ मंथ ओनली. बट वी शुड इग्नोर ऑल ऑफ दैट. वी शुड थिंक दैट ऊपर वाला क्वेश्चन कोई और था, नीचे वाला क्वेश्चन कोई और है बेटा, एंड आंसर देम सेपरेटली. So what you have to understand, beta, is for the next 2 bits that 20,000 output is considered to be monthly output and not yearly output. The question is very simple, guys. It is just based on Rowan incentive scheme. Do you remember the formula for Rowan? Time taken into rate per hour plus time taken by standard time into time saved into rate per hour. T by S into S minus T, guys, into R. That is how you arrive at the amount. Is that clear? Now, guys, fourth and fifth bit के लिए क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? Output of 20,000 units is now monthly output. वरना वो आंसर ही गलत हो जाएगा, guys. And we are also assuming there's only one worker finishing the entire thing. Number of workers भी नहीं दिया हुआ है. ठीक है बेटा? Is now per month. Existing, guys, how much are we paying them? 180 hours के लिए are we giving them 200 rupees per hour? And 20 hours के लिए we are giving them. That means, guys, the total amount is 36,000 plus 8,000, 44,000. Under row 1, guys, they are going to take 20,000. एक second सुन लो बेटा. They are going to take 20,000 units divided by their productivity will increase to 125 units per hour. That means better they are going to manufacture based on that 125 units per hour. They are going to manufacture, guys, in only 160 hours. Standard time question बोल रहा है बेटा take existing time. At present, guys, where they're not taking 200 hours, rate per hour कितना लोगे बेटा? Obviously same 200 rupees. How will you compute wages, guys, under row 1 scheme? T into R plus T by S of time saved into rate per hour. So that, guys, will be 160 hours multiplied by 200 rupees plus 160 hours divided by 200 hours multiplied by 200 minus 160 multiplied by 200 rupees. How much will this be, guys? एक वो मेरे को अलग से भी चाहिए क्योंकि वो वन ऑफ द रिक्वायरमेंट्स है बेटा. 32,000 plus 38,400. Now can you look at the fourth bit, guys? It says incentive payable. How much is the incentive payable? 6,000 under row 1. Second bit beta, what is the saving, guys, on account of implementation? Earlier you were paying 44,000. Now you will be paying only 38,400. What is your saving? Excellent, guys. Copy karo beta. Ho gaya. Next two bits also. Nothing complicated, guys. Simple question only. रजनीकांत हो गया बेटा? Overtime incentive, guys, is 6,400, guys, and the amount of savings, guys, due to Rowan scheme is 5,600. Any doubt in this, guys? Next, guys. Case scenario 6. रजनीकांत हो गया ना? उत्तर दक्षिण का लिखना बाकी है, नीचे का बे. The next question is exactly the same that we have in the class, guys. We have again done this in the class, guys. Same values, no change. Let me just read the question, guys, and tell you कि क्या different part है. Litto Limited is a manufacturing company which has a machine shop cost center that contains 3 machines of equal capacities. To operate these 3 machines, 9 operators are required. That is 3 operators on each machine. So if they ask us to compute cost of one machine, you should take wages of only 3 operators. You should not take wages of 9 operators. Operators are paid 20 rupees per hour. The factory works for 48 hours in a week, which includes 4 hours of setup time. The work is jointly done by the operators. The operators are paid fully for the 48 hours. In addition, they are paid bonus of 10% of productive time. कुछ याद आया? I made you underline this, guys, and I told you that because they're using the word productive time, setup time will not be productive. So you will pay them wages for 48 hours, but you're going to give them bonus, guys, only for 44 hours. Did you? So, yaad aaya? By default, if nothing is given, beta, I said please assume setup is productive. But when they tell us, beta, that setup is not productive, you will have to consider that. Yahan pe this is the hint, beta, that setup is not productive. Are you getting the point? You remember the same question that we did in the class? Next, guys, costs are reported for this company on the basis of 13 4-weekly periods. That is 1 year, beta. 13 4-weekly periods are 52 weeks in a year. The company, for the purpose of computing machine hour rate, includes direct wages of the operator and also recoups the factory overheads allocated to the machines. That is why it is comprehensive machine hour rate. A comprehensive machine hour rate, guys, will include all the expenses of operating the machine, including the amount of operator wages. ये भी याद आया? The following details of factory overheads are applicable to the cost center, guys. Depreciation is 10% per annum on the original cost of the machine. Original cost of each machine is 52,000. Maintenance and repairs per week per machine is 60. Consumable stores is 75. Power beta is 20 units per hour at the rate of 80 paise per unit. No power is used during setup. Apportionment to the cost center is rent, heat and light, foreman salary and other miscellaneous expenses. Requirement is to compute everything for 1 4-week period. 1 4-week period. सब कुछ normal है, guys. Nothing complicated, except the fact that they've included depreciation, guys, as a part of variable expenditure. So when you start listing down all the expenses as such, guys, why God alone knows, guys. By default, we have learned, guys, even they have mentioned in the material, guys, study material, that whenever depreciation is given, it will be considered as a variable charge if and only if depreciation is based on usage. If they tell us better that the life of the machine is so many hours, or then only you're supposed to take it as a variable expenditure. So all of these answers are going to match as such, guys, except for depreciation. Final answer अपने class में भी same है बेटा, 99.51. That's not going to change. Are we clear? वो note लिखो बेटा वहाँ पे clearly. यहाँ पे ये लिखाया भी मैं, sorry, हाँ है, वो underline कर लो बस. Depreciation was included, guys, in what? Machine expenditure, variable expenditure. They will not do such things, guys, in the examination बेटा जहाँ पे ambiguity आती. Let's not worry about that part. ये पूरे MCQs बेटा starting में आए थे, just to give some MCQs as such, guys. तो इसीलिए they'll be very clear as such बेटा. Are we clear about this part? Can I skip the part, guys? Exactly same class notes में है. Question 18, guys, of overheads chapter. Numbers same है ना पूरे? Question 18, guys, of overheads chapter beta is this. We have already done the question in the class. Same question has been converted into MCQ. Alright, kids, you can refer to that question beta. Now question number 7, guys. This is also something that you've done in the class. अरे मैं खुश होऊंगा ना बेटा. There are 41 case scenarios, guys. अगर ऐसे ऐसे खत्म हो रहे तो अच्छा ही है ना. During half year, guys, ending interdepartmental review of P Limited, the cost variance report was discussed and the performance of the departments were assessed. The following figures were presented. For a period of first 6 months of the financial year, following information were extracted from the books. Actual production overheads are 34 lakhs 8,000. Will this be for 6 months or will this be for the entire year? Obviously 6 months. ऊपर दिया हुआ है ना, for a period of 6 months. Yes or no? So from 34 lakhs 8,000, you should remove, guys, how much are you paying as per court's order? How much is the previous year expenditure? Do you recall, beta, standard format questions? You remove all of these expenses, guys, and take only the balance expenditure as overheads incurred, because all of these are anyways abnormal items, beta. They have to be transferred to P&L account. So if I remove all of them, beta, how much will be the leftover portion? 24 lakhs. I will have to consider actual overheads, guys, as only 24 lakhs 2,000. Now, production and sales data are given, guys. We have produced 1,10,000 units. Work in progress uske alawa beta is 80,000 units, which is 50% complete in all respects. That means your equivalent production, guys, will be 1,50,000 units. Out of 1,10,000, you sold 90,000. Please do not consider 90,000 separately, guys. That means out of 1,10,000 units manufactured, 90,000 are sold. And how much will still be in closing stock? 20,000 units. Machine hours worked during the period were 3,000. At the preparation of revenue budget, a total of 50 lakhs 40,000 would be required, guys, for budgeted machine hours of 6,000. So 50 lakhs 40,000 divided by 6,000 hours, guys. What will be your recovery rate per hour? So, guys, my recovery rate, guys, is 840. How did we get 840? 50 lakhs 40,000 divided by 6,000 hours. 800 and how much will be the amount of overheads absorbed, guys? How many hours did we actually work during the 6 months period? We have worked for 3,000 hours at the rate of 840. We are recovering overheads. That means, guys, our overheads absorbed beta will be 24 lakhs, 25 lakhs 20,000. How much is the actual amount of overheads incurred? 24 lakhs 2,000. Did we recover more or did we recover less? More. We recovered 25 lakhs 20,000, guys, but then without meditation, we have incurred only 24 lakhs 2,000. So the amount of over recovery, guys, will be 25 lakhs 20,000 minus 24 lakhs 2,000. 1 lakh 18 over absorption. Now, guys, during a meeting, a data analytic report revealed that 40% of the over or under absorption was due to defective production policies and the balance was attributable to increase in cost. Out of 1,18,000, guys, how much will go to P&L account? How much is that, beta? 47,000? Pakka? 47,200. The balance 60%, beta, will be absorbed using supplementary rate. 70,000. My supplementary rate will be 70,800, beta, divided by 1,50,000 units. 0.472. Are you getting the point, guys? Overhead recovery rate is 840. Overheads absorbed are 25 lakhs 20,000. Out of 1,18,000 over absorption, 40% is due to defective planning, which will go to P&L account. The balance is due to cost increase or decrease. That will be adjusted using supplementary rate. My supplementary rate is 0.472. Then they're asking us to compute how much will be apportioned to work in progress. Equivalent units kitne the? 40,000 units for work in progress. So multiplied by 0.472. 18,880. हो गया, guys? Are we clear about this? ये exact same question क्लास में भी किए सो हो. ये वाला नहीं बेटा, ये वाला, ये ओवरहेड्स वाला टेस्ट में दिया. हाँ ठीक है बेटा. Anyways, I have discussed also, guys. We are not skipping. We are done with the solution also. प्रज्ञा को देखो, अयो हो गया क्या बोल के. The ones who would want to just scribble there only, beta, you can write all of that. 50 lakhs 40 divided by 6,000 is your recovery rate, 840. Second bit, guys, over amount, total amount of absorption, guys, is 25 lakhs 20,000. Are we all clear about this, guys? हो गया सबका? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस. ये भी टेस्ट में दिया था ना? नहीं? जान दो गाइस. A meeting of the heads of departments of Arnav Limited has been called to review the operating performance of the company in the last financial year. The head of the production department appraised that during the last year the company could operate at 70% capacity level, but in the coming financial year 95% capacity level can be achieved if an amount of 100 crores on capex and working capital is incurred. 100 करोड़ रुपए का खर्चा लगने वाला है guys. That is capex. That is not fixed cost per year. There's a difference between fixed cost per year and initial investment. Initial investment is not your expenditure every year. Are we clear, guys? The head of the finance department has presented that during the last financial year, the company had a PV ratio of 40%, margin of safety and break-even sales were 50 crores and 200 crores respectively. So they've given us last year ka detail. Last year total sales were 250 crores. जिसमें margin of safety was 50 crores, break-even sales were 200 crores. Using break-even sales, I can compute fixed cost. Break-even sales contribution that you receive from break-even sales beta will be exactly equal to your fixed cost. The contribution that you receive from margin of safety will be exactly equal to your profit. So from that 50 crores you will get profit, and from that break-even sales guys 200 crores you're going to get your fixed cost. Correct beta Anand? Next guys. To the reply to the proposal of increasing the production level to 95%, the head of the finance department has informed that this could be achieved if the selling price and variable costs are reduced by 8% and 5% of sales. Most important part of the question. This is the most important part, guys. Selling price and variable costs as such, guys, are going to change. Fixed costs will also increase by 20 crores due to increased depreciation and additional assets. इसके लिए बेटा I will have to first present profitability statement of the last year, know what is the fixed cost for the last year and increase that by 20 crores in the current year. The additional capital will be arranged at a cost of 15% from bank. So apart from 20 crores guys fixed cost, I will also have to take interest guys of 15 crore rupees. 100 crores is the amount of investment. On that beta my interest rate is 15%. So how much will be your interest cost? It has been in the coming financial year, it has been aimed to achieve an additional profit of 10 crores over and above the last year's profit after adjusting the interest cost on the additional capital. Why did they specify after adjusting interest cost? Because by default beta costing में अपन interest नहीं लेते. But यहाँ पे they're telling us please consider interest also guys and then increase your profit by 10 crores. Following points are required to be answered on urgent basis. What will be the revised sales for the coming year? I will wait for this question better 2 minutes. Did I give this in test? Same question? No. Anyways guys, I'll wait for 2 minutes better. I want you guys to answer this. Nice question guys. Normal question hai, but just waiting for 2 minutes. Answer this guys. First easiest thing is to just present the profitability for the last year, because without that anyways you will not be able to do anything for the current year. Even if you do not present a detailed profitability statement, that is fine guys, just a simple one to know what is the amount of fixed cost and the amount of profit for the last year. आ गया आंसर, आ गया देखो. Yes guys. I hope you all got the profitability for the last year at least guys. This is case scenario number 8. Last year का guys PV ratio कितना था बेटा? 40%. Break even sales कितना था बेटा? 200 crores. That means guys, can I directly write fixed cost beta should be contribution from break even sales guys? The amount of contribution that you're getting from break even sales guys is 40% beta of 200 crores, and that beta will be equal to 80 crores. Yes or no kids? Likewise, what is your margin of safety beta? 50 crores. What will be the amount of profit guys? It will be 40% such guys of 50 crore rupees, and that beta would be 20 crore rupees. ये last year के details है बेटा. You have a profit of 20 crore rupees. You have a fixed cost guys of 80 crore rupees in the last year. In the current year guys, fixed cost beta would be equal to 80 crores plus increase in depreciation plus increase in interest. So that'll be 80 crores plus 20 crores plus increase in interest कितना है बेटा? 100 crores का 15%, 15 crores. All of that बेटा will be 115 crores. Profit कितना चाहिए बेटा current year में? 10 crores more than the last year guys, and that beta would be 30 crores. यहाँ तक समझ में आया guys सबको? Now guys, pay attention guys. Most important part of the question. यहाँ तक guys, everyone will be able to do it. There's no problem in presenting anything till this point. PV ratio for current year. There are two ways of presenting the answer. One easier way of presenting the answer. All of you pay attention guys. Last year, variable cost was 60% of sales. Current year, variable cost is 55% of sales. Sir, how do you know 55% of sales? Reduced by of selling price. Variable cost is not reducing by 5%. Variable cost is reducing by 5% of the selling price. That means my current year's PV ratio is 45%. काम ही खत्म. If variable cost ratio is 55% guys, how much do you think will be your PV ratio guys? 45%. वो 8% change in selling price भाड़ में गया. Not relevant only. Are we clear, guys? I do not care about 8% change in selling price. That will not be relevant. Or guys, you use all of that. Let's say last year beta selling price is 100. Variable cost will be 60. Contribution beta would be 40. Current year guys, this is reducing by 8%, 92. This will be 92 ka 55%. 50 point, and my contribution beta will be, my PV ratio beta will still be 41.4 divided by 92, 45%. Are we clear guys? So basically guys, what you have to understand beta is 8% reduction in selling price. Relevant or not relevant? Not relevant guys. Because variable cost is anyways given beta as a percentage of sales, and that will be applicable to the current year sales figure. Next important point, 95% capacity utilization not relevant. You either give me volume, ask me to compute profit, or you give me profit, ask me to compute sales. How the hell can you give me both? I've been talking about this guys in all the questions of marginal costing. To volume dega, I will compute profit. You tell me what is the profit, I will reverse calculate and arrive at the amount of volume. You cannot give me volume, give me profit, give me all the cost details. I will not be able to equate them guys and say whether LHS is equal to RHS or not. So here 95% capacity utilization guys is not relevant. Most important part of the question guys. Why? As required profit is already given. If required profit was not given guys, then you compute profit beta using 95% capacity utilization. Then I would have taken that 8% change in sales. I would have written sales for the current year beta as last year के sales कितने थे? 250 crores. 250 crores divided by 70% into 95%. 250 crores divided by 70% into 95%. 300 and minus 8%. Are we not reducing selling price by 8%? This would have been the applicable sales for the current year. But if I take this as the sales and compute profit, I will not get a profit of 30 crores. Are we clear guys? See guys, अपने understanding के लिए वो भी लिख रहा हूँ. If profit was not given, current year sales without change in price. Are you all getting the point better? It will be, अगर 250 crores was at 70%, how much will be at 95%? कितना बेटा? 339.28. Current year sales after change in price. Selling price is reducing by 339.28 minus 8%. 31. Now if I use 312.14 as the sales figure guys, I will be computing profit. I cannot pick up the profit that is given in the question. And that profit may not match with 30 crores. Are we clear about this? अब ये लिखो बेटा अच्छे से. This is the only important point. If ये आ गया बेटा पूरा question खत्म. वो ऊपर का तो लिख लिया ना सब लोग? Did you write guys how much is the तब से क्या कर रहा था मैं तो? मैं वहाँ पे रोका. Now listen बोल के. Yes, guys, have you all done? Now, beta, all of this is one just very simple answer. Can you finish it? कितना बकबक यार. Hmm? If you're done with this, beta, can you start answering those bits? First bit, beta, it says compute revised sales, guys, for the coming financial year. Revised sales for the current year, beta, कैसे compute करोगे? Perfect, beta. It will directly be, guys, sales will be equal to fixed cost plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. Did you write this, guys? सबका हो गया ये? Sales, guys, for the current year. Fixed cost कितना था, beta? 100 and plus desired profit 30 crores divided by 45%. This will become 820, 322.22 crores. That's the answer to the first bit, guys. Second bit, beta, is break-even sales. How will you do break-even sales, guys, for the current year? Fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So that will be 115 crores divided by 45%. 255.56. How will you arrive at margin of safety, beta? You can write profit by PV ratio, or you can also write total sales, guys, minus break-even sales. One and the same, guys. 30 divided by 45%. 66.66 crores. Last year का profit, beta, did we compute already? Fourth bit हो चुका है, guys. Fifth bit में, guys, how will you compute total cost? Total cost, I'm directly answering the fifth bit, guys. We are done with the fourth bit already. Total cost, beta, will be total sales minus profit. Last year के लिए, beta, it was 250 crores minus profit was 20 crores. So 230 crores. Current year, beta, 322.22 crores minus profit is 30 crores. So 292.22 crores. This will be the answer to the fifth bit, guys. Good way. Total cost, beta, will be total sales minus the amount of profit. Are we all done with this? हो गया बेटा सबका यहाँ तक? Next question, guys. Ninth one. Guys, the ones who are bored as such, beta, can leave the class. There's no compulsion to sit in the class. 9:45 होने दो, 9:40 होने दो. ठीक है? जबरदस्ती बैठ रहे हो क्या क्लास में? क्या नमन? जाना है, बाहर जाना है? You can leave now only. आते क्योंकि समझ में नहीं आता. Popular company produces various articles for student purposes. It has been in an industry since the last 25 years. Company had a very humble start but gained popularity over the years due to excellent quality products which were sold at very competitive prices. Company has huge reserves and feel that it is also obligated to give back to the society from which it has grown. Last year management has decided to produce and supply special quality school bags, water bottles and geometry boxes to NGOs at no price as social responsibility. ठीक है बेटा, zero cost में guys we are giving away these products. These articles were simple looking but were more durable, that would not have wore off easily and could have been used for long term. This year management wants to add another dimension to this social work. It has approached charitable schools and government run schools and offered them to supply the same articles at cost. Underline that. Zero cost पे नहीं बेटा, at cost. ऊपर वाला जो part था बेटा NGOs में we were giving them at zero cost, no price as such guys. Here guys will be giving them at cost. This will help students in these schools to get these things at a very low price compared to the market. The variable costs are 100 rupees, 80 rupees and 40 rupees for school bags, water bottles and geometry boxes respectively. These articles are made using a single machine. 0.2 hours of machine operation is required for manufacturing 1 unit of school bag. Similarly, machine hours required for each unit of water bottle and geometry box are 0.15 and 0.1 hours. Fixed overheads related to the machine guys is 7,40,000 per year and the machine can operate for 8,000 hours in a year. यहाँ बेटा ये जो paragraph में information दिया that is all very relevant as such guys. Variable cost is given for all the three products. We have machine hours required for all the three products. We have total machining capacity available in a year guys which is 8,000 hours. And then beta they've also given us how much is the amount of fixed overheads. Company has decided to sell its 80% capacity production in markets. Rest is divided amongst the two undergoing social works equally. So out of 8,000 hours, 6,400 hours, that is 80%, will be used for your regular sales in the market at profit. 10% will be used guys for NGOs wherein you're giving away free mein. Remaining 10% will be used for schools wherein you will be given at cost. All schools are requesting these items in the ratio of 2:3:5 as per their demand by the school students. Ab this part as such beta is only for schools. ठीक है? The ratio is given whenever there are multiple products. Ratio देना ही पड़ता, otherwise there is no answer beta. Company wants to set a price for these articles to be offered to the schools. School का ही question है, NGO वो पूरा जो पहले का था बेटा, all of them gone. Management has a few questions they need answers to. They assigned the task to their team. The team made rough calculations, but as there were too many people on the team, each came up with different answers. As a CA student, you have been approached. Understand the case closely, find the correct answers, and help the management with the price. What is the allocated fixed cost per unit of school bag, water bottle, and geometry boxes? If the prices were 200, 160, and 100, what will be the overall break-even point? Find out the maximum number of units that can be given under part 2 and maximum number of units that can be supplied to the schools and what should be the correct price. Fairly simple question guys. Tamasha bahut honga question mein, but the relevant information is very very less. I will just write the given information for you guys beta and then you do it. First, what are the total hours available beta, machine hours available? 8,000 hours. ये 8,000 hours में भी बेटा how much is for profit products? For profitable products as such guys it is 80%, which is 6,000. Balance बेटा is how much? 1,600. ये 1,600 में भी बेटा NGOs zero cost में उनको दे रहे guys equally 800 hours, and then बेटा schools at cost how many hours? 800 hours. Then there are three products that we have guys: school bags, water bottles and boxes. Bags, bottles, boxes. The variable cost per unit is 100. Machine hours required guys per unit are 0.2. use this information guys to answer the bits. पहले ये लिख लो बेटा सब लोग, and then after you write this बेटा the answer is very simple. Sales mix guys for schools, this is only for schools guys. Mix beta is 2 is to 3 is to 5. If you're all done with the given information, you can all look at the first bit guys. Yes guys, the first bit is very simple beta. They've asked us to compute the amount of what guys? Allocated fixed cost. To arrive at the amount of allocated fixed cost as such guys, you will have to take total fixed overheads beta, divide by the amount of number of machine hours. Pehle guys tell me how much is your fixed overhead recovery rate per hour? Fixed overhead rate per hour as such beta would be पूरे साल का कितना है guys? 7,40,000. That divided by 8,000 machine hours guys. That will become 92.5. Once we get guys fixed overhead rate per hour as such guys, you're supposed to show what is the amount of allocation to these three products guys. We have bags, bottles and boxes. Machine hours per unit कितना है बेटा? 0.2, 0.15 and 0.1. How much will be the amount of fixed overhead guys per unit? It will be 92.5 guys multiplied by 0.2, which will be 18.5 guys. 92.5 guys into 0.15. 13.875 guys, and this beta will be 9.25. हो गया. This is the answer to the first bit. Pretty simple, right guys? They've only asked us to show guys what is the amount of allocated fixed cost per unit, and this is the amount of allocated fixed cost per unit. If you're done with that, guys, the next bit, guys, is computing break-even point, guys, but the prices are given. If selling prices are given, guys, remember, guys, what is most important here is understanding that we are only talking from the perspective of these three products for schools. All right. I know that we are not going to make any profit from schools, but अगर वो पूछ रहा है तो compute करना पड़ेगा. So you will have to first compute what is the share of fixed cost. Share of fixed cost beta will be 800 hours multiplied by 92.5, not 8,000 hours. You are not computing break-even point for the entire organization. You're computing break-even point, guys, only. Very good. The entire question is only from the perspective of school. यहाँ पे common गलती क्या होती है बेटा? That we directly take 8,000 hours पूरा का पूरा बेटा and then directly compute. Answers are never going to match, guys. The question is only from the perspective of school. Mark that as important better. It is only for schools, guys. So what will be the fixed cost allocated? Fixed cost allocated beta will be 92.5 rupees per hour for how many hours? 800 hours. How much will that be? Now you talk about recovering 74,000, guys, from those three products in the ratio of 3:2:5. जो भी है बेटा 2:3:5. Do not take 7,40,000. Take only 74,000. Variable cost कितना था बेटा? 100. You will write contribution per unit, guys. 100, 80 and 60. Will you take weighted average contribution per unit, guys, or contribution per batch? Choice is yours. Weighted average contribution per unit. I used to do it as batch better. So if I take a batch of 10 units, 10 units in, guys, what is the ratio? 3:2:3:5. So I'll take a batch of 10 units. What will be your contribution per batch better? 100 into 2, 80 into 3, 60 into 5, 740. What will be the number of batches to be sold, guys? 74,000 divided by 740, guys. 100 batches. 100 batches matlab, guys, how much of each product, guys? Remember, these are batches, guys. Bags, bottles, guys, and boxes. 100 into 2, 200. 100 into 3, 300. 100 into 5, 500. The total number of units will be 1,000. And individually, guys, it will be 200, 300 and 500. Number of batches, guys, are going to be 100, using which, guys, you'll get 200, 300 and 500. Are we all done with this? Once you're done with this, what are number of batches, guys? Bags. Fourth bit देखो बेटा. What will be the maximum units that can be supplied to the schools of each article? इसके लिए कोई calculation. It's based on machine hours only. What is the machine hour capacity that we have allocated to this, guys? 800 hours. So how much ever you can manufacture in 800 hours as such, guys, you will be able to allocate that as such, guys. Nothing more than that, nothing less than that. Are we clear about it? You know what is the time taken per unit, guys? You will have to take that time taken per unit better and arrive at అర్థమవుతుందా? इसमें सेकंड और थर्ड बिट दोनों का आ गया बेटा. आंसर टू द फोर्थ बिट गाइस. कैसे कर रहे हो बेटा तुम लोग? Let the number of units be 2x, 3x, 5x. 2x, 3x, 5x. Total machine hours beta will be equal to 2x into 0.2, 3x into 0.15 plus 5x into 0.1, and this should be equal to how many hours? 800 hours. 0.4x, 0.45x, 0.85x plus 0.5x, 1.35x is equal to 800 hours guys. How much is x? Points में ही लिखना, बाद में round off कर देंगे. 990, 592.59. Do not round off now guys, you'll round off later. So this you will divide into two parts better. First is backs. This will be 2 times of 592.59. अब round off करके बोलना answer. 1 bottles beta will be 3 times of 592.59 guys, and that beta will be 1777. And the final one beta boxes guys will be 5 times of 592.59. Huh? 296263. 63 आ रहा है. Answer guys given is 2962. So that will be the answer guys. 1185 and 2963 guys. This will be the number of units that you can manufacture and supply to the school if you utilize those 800 hours fully. This is maximum. मशीन आवर्स कैसे allocate कर रहा है? Now the last bit guys, what should be the correct price for each item as per the management's decision? Schools को zero में दे रहे हैं या full cost में दे रहे हैं? Cost will be full cost, not just variable cost. If it is only variable cost, why the hell ask question also guys? Price beta will be equal to full cost. When I say full cost beta, it will be variable cost plus fixed cost. Do you already know variable cost guys of all the three products? How much is the variable cost guys? 100, 180, 40. Do you already know fixed cost guys? First bit 18.5, 13.875, 9 point हो गया बेटा. This will be your total cost guys, which itself will be your selling price. Are you getting the point? Price of the product guys will be equal to full cost guys, which is variable plus fixed cost. We've already computed fixed cost in the first bit. We have now arrived at variable cost better. You add up both the values guys and arrive at the total cost. Any doubt in this part guys? Very good guys. 10th question better now. Doubt है? Are we all done with this question guys? Did you get the answer to this? Most of the questions बेटा से दिखने में अलग रहते guys. Once you start solving them, they're pretty simple. There's nothing complicated. टेंथ क्वेश्चन बेटा. एक और एक क्वेश्चन करेंगे, उसके बाद में ब्रेक लेंगे. भूख लग रही है. नीचे ब्रेक स्टार्ट हुआ बेटा, थोड़ा मिसमैच हुआ था. 10th question. Very simple question beta. We have done a similar question in class. BP with opening stock. Test में दिया था ये. Miniso Private Limited is a company engaged in the business of manufacturing wireless Bluetooth earphones. Company wishes to track its operating profitability and the margin it needs to maintain to sustain profitability in the long run. Further, the company has adopted the marginal costing technique to identify and define the operational levels. In this regard, the company has provided the following information for the current year. Opening stock of earphones, guys, is 30,000. Selling price of earphones is given. Variable cost incurred in manufacturing is given. Units produced during the previous year. Expected production during the current year. Expected sales for the current year. Fixed cost per unit for the last year. Expected rise in fixed cost. Expected increase in variable cost. If you try to recall better this question that we have done in the class also, this is break-even point with opening stock. Variable cost per unit जो दिया हुआ है बेटा 270 rupees, that will be for the last year. In the current year, variable cost per unit is going to increase by 25%. So that'll be 270 guys plus 25%. 337.5. Selling price is 450 rupees. So in case you sell opening stock, you're going to get a contribution of 180 rupees. When you sell current year's production, you will get a contribution of 450 minus 337.5. 112.5. Fixed cost, you should write on a totality basis always. Last year total fixed cost beta would be 1,80,000 units multiplied by 60 rupees, and that beta would be 108 lakhs. Current year that fixed cost is going to increase by 10%. 118 point. एक बार ये आ गया बेटा आंसर आ जाएगा. Are you getting it guys? टेस्ट में करेक्ट ही आया होगा ना? So guys, current year का बेटा variable cost per unit last year was how much guys? 270. Current year it is going to increase by 25%. That'll become 337.5. Your fixed cost guys for last year, fixed cost we always write on a totality basis. Last year ka fixed cost beta would be, last year how many units did we produce? 1,80,000 units multiplied by a fixed cost of 108 lakhs. Current year it is going to be 108 lakhs plus 10%, 118.8 lakhs. This is going to be the fixed cost guys in the current year. Your contribution per unit guys, for opening stock that you sell in the current year, it will be 450 minus 270 because you already manufactured it in the last year. Yes or no guys? For the current year's production that you are going to sell, contribution will be 450 minus 337.5. 112.5. First bit क्या पूछ रहा है बेटा वो? Compute profit for the current year. To compute profit for the current year, you will have to divide current year sales into two parts. How much is sales out of opening stock and how much is sales out of current year's production. ये हो गया बेटा सबका? ऐसे लग रहा है आधे बजे तो सिर्फ नींद मारने आते हैं यहाँ पे. हो गया क्या guys? Now guys, current year profit. What is the expected sales guys? अपने sales in units guys are how much? 2,40,000. Opening stock में से कितना होगा guys? Out of opening stock it is going to be 30,000 units. How much will be out of current year's production? Out of current year's production guys, it will be 2,10,000. So when I write my total contribution guys, what will I write? 30,000 units multiplied by 180. 2,10,000 units into 112.5. Total बोल दे directly. 290.25 lakhs. Fixed cost कितना था बेटा अपना 118.8 lakhs. How much is the profit for the current year? This is the answer to the first bit, guys. The current year profit beta is 171.45 lakhs. You're selling the opening stock, realizing the contribution, then beta you're selling your current month's production. हो गया बेटा ये भी. Second bit beta is asking us to compute break-even sales. How will you compute break-even sales? Fixed cost to be recovered कितना है बेटा? You cannot directly write fixed cost divided by contribution per unit, guys. You'll have to divide that into two parts. How much is contribution from opening stock? यही तो important part है ना बेटा question का. Contribution from opening stock, guys, is going to be 30,000 units multiplied by 30,000 units into 180, guys. How much is that? So how much should be the balance contribution to be recovered from current year sales? Balance contribution, guys, to be recovered from current year's production. From current year's production, you will have to recover, guys, 64 lakhs 80,000. To recover that, guys, what are the number of units to be sold? You will write 64.8 lakhs divided by 112.5 per unit. 57,000. Therefore, break-even sales beta would be, you need to sell opening stock of 30,000 units and then an additional 57,600 from the current year's beta. That will be 87,600. This is the answer to the second question, guys. First bit का answer, guys, is 171.45 lakhs. Second bit का answer, guys, is 87,600. Did you all get this? Once you're done with this, guys, third bit का answer is already done, guys. Fourth bit का answer क्या रहेगा? Opening stock plus production, guys, minus sales will be giving us closing stock. So closing stock in units कितने हैं बेटा? Closing stock in units, guys, will be 30,000 plus production कितना था? 2,25,000. Sales during the year are 2,40,000. So your expected closing stock beta is 15,000. Value beta is going to be 15,000 units multiplied, guys, by variable cost per unit. This is marginal costing, guys. You directly value closing stock at variable cost, which is 337.5. How much will this be? Do not forget, beta, that this is marginal costing. Inventory will be valued at variable cost. Last bit ka answer is very simple, guys. Margin of safety in units will be total sales minus break-even sales. Our total sales are how much, guys? 2,40,000 units, from which I will deduct a break-even sale of 87,600. I will get 152,400. Your margin of safety, guys, is going to be 1,52,400. Any doubt in this, guys? Let's take a break, guys, if you're done with this. If you're all done with this, let's take a break. हो गया सबका कॉपी करना? चलो guys, I'm ending the session, online students.